What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another bullish breakdown. As you guys can see, I am wearing my smart people goggles, so we are going to get genius today. I do have a stock that I want to talk about. This is a stock that I have bought into over the past couple of weeks. Now, this is a stock that I bought a few years ago, and I made an unfortunate decision to sell, and I missed out on a lot of profits, 2 to 300% to be exact. So maybe not the best decision that I've ever made, but I have been waiting for this stock to give me an entry, and we have just gotten it. So I do want to talk more about this stock, and the stock that we are talking about today is going to be SoFi Technologies. Now, we all know SoFi, and SoFi has been absolutely killing it over the past couple of years. The stock was just recently booted from their entry into the S&P 500, so we have seen a nice little drawdown in price over the past couple of weeks. This is why I'm deciding to get my entry, because just because they weren't added to the S&P doesn't mean that this company is changing or the business is bad or anything like that. Just means that there was other companies that got the spot. So I do believe that SoFi is going to eventually get into the S&P, and I do believe that there is no reason to care about them missing out this time. Okay, so what I do first want to note is that SoFi is currently sitting at $34.39 billion in total market cap. Now, I do like to compare SoFi to the little brother or little sister of Robinhood. I don't think that SoFi does nearly as good of a job as Robinhood, but Robinhood does a crazy job. So if they do a crazy job and SoFi does a good job, I still really like the way that SoFi looks. And I do want to talk about some targets here and how I'm looking to play this. So over the past couple of years, I'm going to switch to the daily here. You guys can see SoFi has done really, really well for itself. Okay, so I bought back at $7.99 back here. I sold like a big dummy at like $12. Absolutely stupid move. Don't know why I did it. But we ended up running all the way up to around 15, 16, $17, then all the way back down to around $8. Once again, don't know why I didn't buy there. I don't know, but we bought Hood, so I'll take it. But anyways, from there we gain about 284%. So really, really good gain from those lows. That's what I would be up on my position, but your boy is an idiot and he sold it. So point being, right now we are sitting on top of our high of our prior all-time highs. So we had prior all-time highs here, sitting on top of those. What I want to see macro-wise, and we'll go ahead and zoom in just a minute, but what I want to see is I want to see us continue to bounce here. So we have already bounced off of this once. We really don't need to test it again. But overall, I want to see this. So we come back down, we retest it. Ideally, I want to see something like this. So overall, we can see that we are holding these new all-time highs and actually going to create fresh all-time highs in a manner that's going to lead us to a point where we really should never, revisit these. And if we do, it's going to be because we're in some kind of bear market or whatever that kind of scenario is going to look like. Overall, if we are able to move off of this prior all-time high that we saw following IPO, we really should not return, often. And as you guys can see by our earnings down here, SoFi's been killing it, man. SoFi has been killing it. Their revenue, EPS, customer growth, they have been growing so well in almost every single aspect that I have been really falling in love with this company, and I love the way that they look. So here we are on the daily time frame, and I first want to talk about what I bought. So I bought 100 shares at $27.56. So I'm currently down just a little bit. I plan to add more to this position, but I have added three contracts of a $30 call for SoFi for March 20th of 2026. Now that's not financial advice. I just want to put that out there so that you guys can understand what I am currently holding within SoFi. Now I do want to get another 100 to 200 to 300 shares of SoFi. And I'm sorry, I have another 200 shares of SoFi in my Fidelity account as well. And I have those at $23, 20, 22, $23. I did buy those. I bought those when it was a little extended, but the price kept going up. So I got a good buy on those. I always forget about those shares. But altogether, we have about 300 shares of SoFi. We have three contracts for a $30 call for March 20th of 2026. So we are first going to be taking a look here with our fair value gaps. And this is what I want to happen ideally. Now, this is ideal. If we have kind of two plays that are going to happen here. So what I want to see happen is us come down. We're retesting this zone right here, and then I want to see us come back through these fair value gaps. Okay, so I want to see something like this. This is ideal for what I want to see, and this is going to be our first price target at $40.59, and that is up around 50% from prices today. So we have a really good shot to make a good bit of profit here, and I believe over the next couple of years we can definitely see SoFi reach $100 billion in market cap. I don't think that's going to happen, this year or next, but I do believe by 2030-ish, we could probably see this company at least at $100 billion in market cap if they continue to grow. Their subscriber rate has been growing like crazy, so I do believe that we can see something like that for sure. But for scenario number two, let's say this scenario doesn't work out. We don't fill these fair value gaps right now. What we are going to see happen is what we're going to do is we're going to come all the way back down. And I say all the way back down, but all the way back down to our 200 EMA at $22, right? We're going to bounce heavy off this 200 EMA, come back up, retest those prior all-time highs, come back up, break through these fair value gaps, and then we're going to go, okay? Whatever this is going to look like, I really don't give a shit. You shouldn't either. I don't care if this thing comes down to 22. I'm going to buy and get a better average. So that's cool. If not, cool. I'm going to make my profit sooner than I expected. So once again, the two scenarios are this one that kind of lags down, and the other scenario is one where we kind of come through these fair value gaps now, and just have a move a little bit sooner. Okay, so these are the two scenarios. No matter what the scenario is, the company is still going to continue to do the same with their growth and with their revenue, EPS, free cash flow, subscriber growth. The growth numbers and all that kind of stuff doesn't go away just because they're going down a little bit. So if they do go down to their 200 EMA or below, that's just a better buying opportunity. That doesn't mean, oh, this company's shit now because they fell below the 200 EMA. No, no. I hate that that is a thing that investors think. Oh, the company's going down, so it's bad. No, when the company's going down, that's good. Okay, if you have a company that has good growth and the company's going down, best time to buy. Why would you not be buying while your company's down? I mean, that's exactly what you're looking for, right? No. People try and say, oh, the company's oh, company X is up 250% this week, so it's going to be a good buy. No, it's not. It's not. When company X was down 50% 2 weeks ago, that was a good buy. But now that it's up 250%, it's a horrible buy. I mean, I hope that makes sense. So this is what I'm looking at with SoFi. I understand that the stock is still up 250% this year, but when you have growth that follows, you know, this is different. I'm saying, if you have, SMX was one last week. It went like 1,000%. And I have people asking me if you should buy it. No, no. If you see a company go up hundreds of percent, in a month, unless if there's true financial, reasoning like SoFi has to back that up, there's no reason to get into a company like that. But that's for another video. With SoFi here, we are still targeting up around 50% for that $40.59 target. Our next target is going to be at $48.79, which is up 78.86%. And then for our targets that will roughly be around $1 billion in market cap, that would roughly be around $100 in share price. So if we were to see $100 in share price, that'd be about 266% in gain. And I do want to compare this to Robinhood because these charts are very, very similar. As we do go over to Robinhood here, you guys can see these are very, very similar charts. Once Robinhood was able to break over these all-time highs, I'll put the all-time highs here because we had those April lows. But once we were able to break over those all-time highs, we really didn't see any stopping. So I expect SoFi to do much of the same. You guys can see we're kind of right here in that same range right before it broke out. So we could definitely see SoFi do a very, very similar move to Robinhood where it just kind of creeps up like this. And like this looks crazy, but this is literally what Robinhood's done. I mean, look at this. That's exactly what Robinhood's done. And that's what they're like setting up to do. I just made another video earlier in the week talking about Robinhood. If you didn't see that, go watch it. Very, very similar thesis to what we're seeing here with SoFi. But overall, both of these companies look really, really good. And I believe that SoFi can continue to be the little sister to Robinhood's, big brother or whatever the hell you want to call it. So I think SoFi looks great. I don't have much else to say about SoFi. I don't want to dive into the financials because everybody knows that financials on SoFi are great and they're growing. But overall, sorry, I'm looking to continue adding SoFi. I love the way that they look. I think that they are a great buy. I think they're a great company for the future. But once again, they're a great buy for myself. You need to do your own research. This is not financial advice. Please, please, please take the time to do your own research. You will be very happy with what you find with SoFi. But this is nothing but educational. This is not financial advice. I love you guys. Check out the video on each side of me here. Let me know in the comments down below another stock or another video that you guys want covered. I'll make sure to have that out for you guys. And as always, enjoy your day, stay safe, and Merry Christmas.